Welcome into TDN Against the Spread. All the smiles across because it is Thanksgiving week and also because we love seeing our faces on a dollar bill. So we love kicking things off that way. Gentlemen, first and foremost, thankful for both of you on this Thanksgiving week. So we'll start with that. We'll start with the sentimental, gushy stuff and get that out of the way. And I want to ask you, I'm going to put you on the spot. It's not even on the show sheet. All right. Not even on the show sheet. I want to know what you guys are most thankful for with a football lens. So you got to think about something that you're thankful for. We all know our families, our health, all these things, very important things. But this is a show about football and sports gambling. So I want a lens that has football related to it. So Jake, I'll put you on the spot first. What are you thankful for this year, man?
I'm going to mess you up and go with family. I'm thankful my dad's coaching again. It was a weird year for the first time in my life, him being on TV on CBS and not coaching football. But it's a lot more normal, and it's a hell of a lot more fun when he is coaching. I think the Bucs are doing a hell of a job in their first year with Tom Brady, and his second year there, they're going to turn it around. But I'm thankful that it's that we have the opportunity. He's not going to be able to do it forever. Thankful that my nephews get to see it, my little ones. So it's pretty cool. I'm very thankful for that.
I love that you said that you're thankful for Pop's coaching again. I think we're all thankful for that. Love seeing BA on the sidelines, and Bucs fans, chill out. That's my message for Thanksgiving. You're a 7-win team. There's no turning around when you're a winning football team. Jamie, what are you thankful for this holiday that has relation to football?
Yeah, it's going to be a lot less sentimental, but I'm thankful for a very exciting, compelling AFC playoff picture. We've talked a lot about this show and on the podcast about how there are no real great teams in the NFL and why that makes this stretch run in the postseason so exciting. Nowhere is it evidenced more in the AFC, where you have a glut of a bunch of teams, about 6-7 teams there. They're all within a game of each other. And look, only maybe one or two, maybe possibly even three of them are going to miss out on the postseason picture. So I'm really excited to see how that goes down the stretch.
Yeah, the AFC is going to be a lot of fun as it goes down to the wire. Quite a few of those games with playoff implications this week that we're going to get into. So that's a lot of fun for us. Definitely. We got a lot to look forward to as we get into the holiday season. I am thankful for hope this Thanksgiving, because as a Bears fan, there's always hope that we could find a quarterback eventually. We don't have one now. And we're probably not going to have one in the foreseeable future. We've never had one to begin with. So I'm thankful for hope. And that is why the Draft Network exists, because myself, Jets fans, there's many of us. We don't have much to live for as far as football goes this year, but we have hope. And we can always hope that one of these great quarterbacks coming out of college football is going to be that next superstar. So that's what I'm thankful for, that I can always count on. Yeah. Well, there's always next year. There's always an opportunity to go get yourself. There's always more college football players. There's always more quarterbacks coming out. There's always an opportunity to get better. On that note, let's talk about some Thanksgiving player props. Jamie, we got Antonio Gibson as one of your props, which I love. Okay. He's been a rookie. A lot of TDN fans know a lot about Antonio Gibson. He's been showing out for the Washington football team. What's the prop this week and why do you like it?
So longtime followers of my player props column will not be shocked that I have a Washington running back prop this week, but they might be surprised to see which one that I like the most. That's Antonio Gibson getting at least 55 rushing yards, a pretty modest juice, minus 114. This shocks me. He had 128 rushing yards against this Cowboys team a couple of weeks ago, 94 yards last week. Oh, and by the way, Dallas has the second worst rushing defense in the NFL, allowing more than 153 yards per game. Gibson is going to be their bell cow when it comes to handing the ball off. I don't see how he doesn't fly by this total on Thursday.
Jake, you like this player prop? What are you thinking about Jamie's pick of the week this week? I know we're all pretty excited about Antonio Gibson, especially in a year that has been tough in fantasy for running backs. He's been one of the few bright spots this year for sure.
I don't like it. I love it. I mean, Dalvin Cook torched this defense last week. Antonio Gibson coming out of the draft, everybody loved the catching ability. I talked to a bunch of teams. They loved him as a potential third down guy, get him in space, run after the catch. And they had to develop the running game. Well, he's done that. Washington's done a hell of a job of making him that bell cow Jamie just talked about, running between the tackles. Dallas's defense is torched. Linebackers are not playing that well. Vander Esch had a really good game last week. He was still chasing Dalvin Cook all over the place. Antonio Gibson's turned into a damn good player, and he's getting this running behind center thing figured out. I love going over 55. I don't think there's any way he goes under 55 in this game.
All right, guys, let's talk underdogs. What do we like this week as far as games you're looking at and you're going, yeah, I really like this dog this week? Jake, you're going to start off with two teams that know each other very well. They played each other basically 10 days ago, right? They played on Thursday Night Football in week 10. They're matching up against each other. As Jamie alluded to, this AFC playoff picture is a really fun one. And this is one of those premier matchups between these two teams, between the Titans and the Colts. The Colts coming off what would probably be their most impressive victory this year against Aaron Rodgers. His defense has been, questioned a lot, but they were able to make some plays. Phillip Rivers was able to make some plays. All that being said, this Titans team is a good football team, and you like them plus 3.5. Why is that?
This Titans team has become the perennial dog. They're 7-3. They're coming off a big-ass win of their own in Baltimore, where they hit them in the mouth again like they did in the playoffs last year. Look, if we go back 10 days to that game, the Titans have the lead 17-14. They have an 8-yard punt or 13-yard punt, whatever that was. And then a punt blocked for a touchdown. And all of a sudden, this game flips and they lose 34-17. But that box score did not tell you anything about how this game went. Now, Tannehill struggled in that game. And this Colts defense, that was kind of the night that I really started believing in them. But I like the hook here at 3.5. I think the Colts get it done. I'm going to pick them 27-24. But I don't think they cover that. I think this is a 3-point game. The Titans win in Indy a lot. Both of them are hot. And if the Colts don't get 4 turnovers from that Packers team last week, they don't win that game. So I think this is a hell of a game. I think it's really close. But if I look down this week's list of games, I don't see a lot of dogs that I like. I like that the Tennessee Titans kind of can go in the locker room every week and say, okay, we're 7-3 and still nobody's believing in us. Let's just put that perennial dog on like the Eagles did and ran that all the way to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, they're that's kind of the mentality of Mike Vrabel. It's the mentality of that football team. They definitely have that identity as being the underdog. It's going to be a big matchup between those two. If they think they can still win this division, this is one of those ones they really got to have from the Colts this week. So it should be a very good matchup. Jamie, you're looking at a Thursday game. We got a little turkey treat here for underdogs. Okay, so what do you like about Washington covering this, because you kind of have been a little bit, I don't want to say higher on Washington, but you've made some money on Washington, whether it's JD McKissick and your player props or believing in this team to play close games. Why do you like them this week against Dallas?
Well, I think their line is inflated because you got one Dallas Cowboys victory back under their belt. You've got all the public money on Thanksgiving. Everybody wants to bet on the Cowboys. So this line continues to move from 2 to 2.5 to 3. I think Washington can win this game outright. They just beat up on this team, which, by the way, Andy Dalton started a quarterback in that game before getting injured late. They beat up on this team by 3 touchdowns, 25-3, not that long ago. In terms of defenses, Washington is far and away better than Dallas. They're top 10 in almost every metric, while the Cowboys are the worst scoring defense in the NFL. I know Alex Smith did not start this game last time. It was Kyle Allen, but I think they're going to be able to run the ball very effectively with Antonio Gibson for all the reasons I just described. I think this is going to be a really close game that Washington might just flat out win outright. So while I like what Dallas did last week, I'm still not ready to buy them as 3-point home favorites here.
All right. We're that perfect transition, Jamie, that you were talking about that game, that Jake is going to say why this game specifically is a absolute stay away. Love when this moment happens. Love when we're like, yeah, one of you guys like this. And then the other one's like, yeah, no, thank you. I don't want any part of that one. So Jake, why are you staying away from Washington, Dallas?
I love everything Jamie said, but you're talking about division rivalry on Thanksgiving in Dallas. Dallas got dusted 25-3 the last 2 times these teams got together. Now, they won big the other night. It's a big win against a really bad Vikings defense, but I just don't have any faith. You're going to have to show it to me again that Dallas is going to be good. I think I have Dallas winning this game. I might even have them covering, but I'm not touching this with a 10-foot pole. Alex Smith played really good the last couple of weeks. Dallas's defense leads nobody to think you should believe in what they got going on. I can totally see this game going either way. And being in the division on a short week, hands off for me.
Yeah, Thanksgiving can sometimes bring about some interesting games between divisional foes. Usually it's the Detroit Lions that are playing somebody and they do something weird, but they're not playing in the division this year. Jamie, your game that you're staying away from is New England and Arizona. Is it the weather? Is it the kind of the polarization of this team in Arizona where you don't really, it feels like you have similar kind of question marks about both teams where you're going, okay, you've seen positive moments. Arizona's obviously in a better place, but Arizona's a warm weather team. They have to play New England. This could get, obviously things can get interesting. Cam's been all over the place. Why are you staying away from this one?
Well, and to me, I'm staying away all because of Arizona. Now, we could talk about the weather. We could talk about West Coast team going to East Coast for an early start time. But what has me concerned is this right here. Kyler Murray injured that right shoulder, did not look the same in the last time he was out there. The last quotes we've heard about it through practice are that he is working through it, whatever that ends up meaning. If he is limited in any capacity, especially with that throwing shoulder, it's going to be a problem for Arizona to move the football. So to me, with just not knowing how healthy that shoulder is, I just want to stay away from this game because a fully healthy Cardinals team under normal conditions should be able to beat this New England team. I don't care where they play this, whether it's in New England, Arizona, on the moon, whatever it is, they should be able to win this game. But that concerns me. If Kyler Murray is just not able to throw the ball anywhere near effectively as he has before, and maybe he's a little bit more timid to run the ball around with a hurt shoulder, that would scare me. So there's too much unknown in this for me to want to bet on this game in either direction.
Makes a ton of sense. You're definitely going to want to monitor Kyler Murray as the week goes on, just for any and all betting purposes as it pertains to that game. As of today, as of Wednesday, not looking like he's feeling his best, and we definitely saw a change in his play in the back half of that game. And we told you, be careful when you're on the run. These running quarterbacks, if anything changes, hopefully Kyler is healthy moving forward, but definitely something to monitor as we continue on. Jake, over-unders, you guys both like unders this week. We're not going over. We're both going under. Very, very interesting to me. Texans and Lions, Jake. Why are you liking the under in the Thursday game between the Texans and the Lions?
Well, this one's a little funny because the Texans are playing pretty well. They've won some games since firing Billy O. They're averaging the upper 20s, around 27, 28 points a game in the last 5 or 6. But they're still making mistakes. They should be putting up more points than that. This Lions defense is god-awful, but this Lions team just put up a blank. A big fat-ass 0 in Carolina, and they're not going to be that much healthier 4 days later. It's a short week. It's a turnaround from a road game. Any of the guys that got banged up in that one are still going to have swelling. I just don't see them being able to match it. I've got the Texans winning 27-20 or 28-20 in this one, covering it pretty easily, but I don't think that they get to 51.5. This seems a little inflated to me.
Yeah, listen, if there's something I know about the Lions, it's that they're more apt to give you nothing in any sense of a national game, and this is going to be
other than Thanksgiving, right?
Yeah, other than
that's
Thanksgiving.
What scares me on these picks.
Yeah, there's still Lions, man. Like you're going to be fine. Like this team's not going to put up a whole ton of points, and the Texans defense, JJ Watt's actually been playing pretty good, and as I've said, free Matthew Stafford, get him out of Detroit, please and thank you. Jamie, you're under Giants and Bengals, obviously with the news of Joe Burrow being done for the year. I imagine that plays a huge part in why you are thinking that this game is going to go under. You've obviously seen the Daniel Jones experience, which can be very positive, but also very negative in the same drive. So is that why you're going the under on this game?
Well, I'm going the under on this game because I don't have any faith in Brandon Allen, who's actually ended up being their starting quarterback over Ryan Finley in this game, that he's going to be able to put up enough points. And to me, I think the Bengals are going to be in that like 13 or 14 point range, which is kind of where they were last year. I mean, I wrote this down. Cincinnati last year without Andy Dalton and without obviously Joe Burrow, because he was still in college, averaged 11 points per game offensively. And that is with Joe Mixon on the field. Brandon Allen, even in Denver last year, was averaging about 16 points a game in his start. I don't think you can get a lot of offense from Cincinnati. So the question is going to be, do the Giants put up 30? I don't think they have to. I think they can run the ball extremely effectively on a poor Cincinnati run defense, and they're going to lean on Wayne Gallman, particularly in the second half, to salt this game away. I think the Giants win this one pretty big, but I think they're able to keep this score overall down because they're going to be able to run the football effectively.
All right. Listen, hearing that another team was only scoring 11 points makes me feel slightly better about the Chicago Bears not being able to score points. So just that average just really sets the tone for my thankfulness this holiday season. Locks of the week. We are givers. Okay. This show is full of giving, and we are giving you not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, 5 locks of the week this week. It's unbelievable. Jake's got locks. Jamie's got hella locks. We got a whole lot of locks here. No, 6. We got 6. Jake's got 2. Jamie's got 4. I was like, hang on a second, boys. Are you sure about all these locks? You got all these locks. You guys are being so nice, so kind to give these away to people. Jake, I'm going to let you go first. Talk about your locks. Give them away to the people.
It's the giving season, right?
Yes, it is.
Look, when I looked at this, it was 2.5, but the Texans I've got winning by 8, 28-20. They've been playing good enough on offense. Deshaun Watson's played a lot better since the firing of Bill O'Brien. The defense is playing better, as you just said, with J.J. Watt, but the Lions have nothing left. I mean, they went to Carolina last week with no Galladay, Marvin Jones banged up, like Amendola out. Everybody was out. DeAndre Swift's out with a concussion. They're going to get a couple guys back, but you're only turning around in 4 days. And the other one, Jamie just talked about, the Giants, back-to-back wins, coming off a bye, the division right in front of them. This should be an easy win. I looked at it at 5.5. I still love it at 6. I got them winning by 10. I can see them winning by more than that. I was kind of being generous, giving the Bengals 17 and not 11. But I think the Giants easily get to 24 to 27 points.
Yeah, probably. They'll be lucky if they get a touchdown, if we're being honest. I don't even know. I don't know that they get to 10. It's going to be ugly. Poor Joe Burrow. He has been playing against all odds, and that's why it was so impressive what he had been doing with that offensive line. I don't envision it's going to be very pretty for the rest of those Bengals players. Jamie, you have 4 locks. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's a lot of locks. We got a whole lot of locks. This is the giving season, as Jake said. Tell the people about the locks this week, because you've got a teaser in here.
I got stuff all over the place.
Yeah, you're all over the map. So I'm just going to take it away.
So, but like a lot of this is commingling. So Jake and I don't discuss our locks anymore. As of a few weeks ago, for the purposes of this show, we do not discuss our picks. So let's go over the first one. How many points did Jake have the Texans scoring in this game? He has them getting 28. The total right now the team total set at 27. I like them to get the over in this game. The Lions have really, really struggled all year. They're averaging more than 28 points per game allowed on their own. Houston's really rolling right now. The secondary's banged up in Detroit. I think we're going to see a big game from Deshaun Watson, throwing it all over the field, with Cooks and Fuller both playing at a high level. And the fact that they don't have a semblance of a running game actually helps here, because I think they're just going to keep slinging the ball down the field and put on a show on Thanksgiving. So that'd be my first one. Second one, Jake and I both love the Giants. All the reasons we've already discussed. I just don't think Cincinnati can keep up offensively. They're not going to be able to stop the run, and I expect a big game from Wayne Gallman, which plays into the fourth one, which I'll get into right now, which is putting a teaser together. So Jake had 44 points in the game. I told you I just like the under 43. What's the best way to kind of meet in the middle here? Let's do a 6-point teaser with the Giants and the under. So that gets you a Giants basically money line. So the Giants just have to win, and then under 49 total points. So you get those two together for minus 110. I love that as a Thanksgiving weekend teaser. It's not a Thanksgiving teaser, unfortunately, because they play on Sunday, but Thanksgiving weekend. And the last one is the Saints minus 6. And I look at it like this. The Saints have the second best rushing defense in the NFL, only behind Tampa Bay. They are shutting down the run. If Denver cannot establish anything with Phillip Lindsay or Melvin Gordon on the ground, they're going to put the ball in Drew Lock's hands against that Saints secondary that is playing really well right now. I think that's going to be bad news. The Saints can play complementary football on the other side. I think we see a lot of Latavius Murray in this game. They run the ball down Denver's throat. I think they're able to come away with a big win, because I trust right now, Taysom Hill might not be great, but he's not going to make the same mistakes I imagine a pressing Drew Lock will if they're not able to run the football effectively. So they're all kind of intermingled. There's a couple of them that are the same. Jake and I have kind of the same types of locks, just in different ways, but I'm excited for all of these this weekend.
Got a couple double locks, guys. You guys are really just giving. As I said, you're feeling very confident about a couple of these. You got a couple on that you can get into on Thanksgiving Day, so you definitely want to mix it up. Go to betonline.ag and you can get these bets in as of right now. So you can join the crew. You can join along and lock it in just like Jake and Jamie are. Guys, we've reached the end of the show. The 2-minute warning, the finality of this and Thanksgiving. Jake, you're up first. You got 1 minute, and then Jamie jumps in. Take it away.
You don't hear me say this often, but I'm going to commend the NFL for a lot of different things, but primarily how they've handled this COVID situation. I didn't know that we'd get to week 12. I'm very thankful that we have Thanksgiving Day games. We had to move one because it was a short turnaround with the Steelers and the Ravens, but they've handled this phenomenally. I don't know how it's going to go from here when we get past week 13 and there's no more buys, but they've done a hell of a job getting to this point. And it looks like we're going to finish the season. I didn't know that was going to be the case. You look at college football and everything that's going on. And the craziness of 2020, I'm damn thankful we've had this much football. It looks like we're going to continue to have this much. They're doing a great job cracking down on, getting more stringent with all the protocols from all the teams. So this continues to happen and we have football. But as crazy as this year has been, I'm damn thankful we've got this. I'm looking forward to some good games tomorrow. I was really looking forward to the game tomorrow night, but I'm glad they're going to play it at all, and we're going to get it on Sunday night instead. So happy Thanksgiving, everyone.
Yes, happy Thanksgiving, and I'll use my final minute to say we're thankful for you, the listeners, whether you are joining us here on the live show, listen to our podcast, read the stuff we write at thedraftnetwork.com. It has been an unbelievably trying year for everybody. And I think that doesn't even tackle the degree in which is necessary, but there's still a lot to be thankful for. There's thankful for your health as you see what's going on in the world. Be thankful that we do have football, like Jake is saying. Be thankful that for your friends, your family, and that we're able to have this little bit of a distraction from what's going on in the world right now, as things are unfortunately getting worse, not better, in terms of the coronavirus right now. But to me, I just we're thankful for everybody out there for watching our shows, for being able to place these bets, for interacting with us, whether you love what we're saying, if you hate our takes. It's been a really rough time for everybody. It's been a really rough year. But there's still plenty to be thankful for. And I think this is going to be a good weekend to kind of sit back and reflect and remember that even in the context of what's going on right now and lockdowns and everything else, that there's still plenty to be thankful for. And we should highlight those facets as well as we watched a couple games on Thursday and the rest on Sunday.
Well done, gentlemen. Both so much thankfulness around here, and in that spirit, right? I have 2 pairs of tickets that I'm giving away to Bucks Chiefs, which, if you know anything about me, you know that this is absolutely painful for me that I am not going to be at this game, to be with the Arians family, be with my guy Tyrann Mathieu. There are so many reasons why I would love to be at this football game, watch Patrick Mahomes, but I am not in Florida. And there are many of our fans that are Tampa fans. They live in wherever you are in Florida, or you're a Kansas City fan, you want to hop on a plane, whatever that looks like. The way that you're going to be able to participate in this is the exact same way that I did last week with the giveaway. So you're going to have to make a donation to the Arians Family Foundation. And if you make a donation, I'm going to do $5 this time around. You're going to get a raffle ticket. And I'm going to, for every $5, you're going to get another raffle ticket. So you want to up your chances? Get a better opportunity, you got to donate a little bit more money. So more specifics will be out on my social media channel. So you guys can follow me at _sports page with an I on both Twitter and Instagram. But it's going to, I was blown away with how many people participated in last week. I made the minimum donation $10. Bunch of people donate $100, $50. It's just really blown away I just have a lot of gratitude for everybody participating in that. So I'm excited to have 2 pairs of tickets this week to what I expect to be the best game of the weekend. So I hope you guys get to enjoy that. Please participate in the contest and donate to a good cause this holiday season. So I think this will be another great opportunity to raise some money and really you guys get to enjoy the game, man. Like I'm going to be living through whoever gets to go to this game, because Chiefs, Bucks, Patrick Mahomes, that's exactly right. You can go, take a picture with Jake, right? It's a socially distanced selfie. You can take one and make sure he's in a mask and take a nice little selfie. So really appreciate everybody participating in that. What smart ass comment you got, Jamie? Go ahead.
I just want to say, luckily it's not in prime time, so the Bucks have a chance.
Jesus Christ.
I'd argue that at this point, brother.
Yep, I knew it. Listen, I was like, Jamie's got a smart ass thing to say, and Jake's not going to fight it because there's nothing to fight at this point. Either way.
For the purposes of this show, I think it's important to realize that if you are a Bucks fan, right now they are home dogs. So if you want to take the opportunity to get some points, and I don't think you can get many games where the Bucks are getting points for the rest of the season. So if you want to take that opportunity or throw them into a teaser, maybe tease them up to +9 or +10, this is your opportunity this week.
Very, very interesting. Good little nugget there, Jamie, on the way out. Chiefs-Bucks game should be a hell of a matchup. Guys, tell everybody how they can follow you on social media. Jake, you first.
Jake B. Arians on Twitter and Arians NFL on Instagram.
Jamie?
You can follow me at Jamie Eisner on Twitter.
And guys, you can participate in the contest and the giveaway at the _sports page with an I on Instagram. That's where that'll be. I'll be tweeting about it as well. Please listen to our podcast. You can subscribe to that wherever you listen to podcasts. Search TDN Fantasy. That's where you can find us. And we'll be back next week with another TDN Against the Spread. Thanks for watching.